It has been a never-ending quest for me to find out how I can be productive in a way that supports my well-being without burning out. So in today's world, being productive is often mistaken by busyness, by checking off tasks, raising deadlines and always being on. But being productive isn't about overdoing things, it's more about doing what matters. Being productive in its most fulfilling sense means we are focused on the things that bring us joy, purpose and inner peace. And when implemented in the right way, productivity is more than just a tool, it becomes a lifestyle. It can bring us a sense of harmony and joy if we approach it in the right way with awareness and intention. So, not long ago, I was really into spirituality and in meditation. And it was so much that at one point I just thought that if I read it all day and always, every day I meditated, then I would be happy, or I would find inner peace. So I thought the only thing that matters is my inner world. And while that is very important, the outer world is also important. So I can't be happy by just meditating and reading spiritual books all day, because other things can also bring me happiness and joy. So over time, when I did this, I felt little bit off. The only thing that I was doing was reading and meditating all day, and I wasn't being productive in a good way. So instead of flowing with life, going with the flow, I resisted it and I avoided discomfort. And so this wasn't really the right approach for me, because doing things isn't wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. And it can also bring us happiness. So the biggest point is just to create harmony for yourself and live in a way that is balanced. It's not just about meditation and it's not just about reading. It's also about just living your life and enjoying other things, like music or creating something. And so meditation was helpful, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't going to save me from my life. I still have to do things in order to survive and also to find joy, because it's not only about your inner world, it's also about the relationships that you have and the things that form you, your identity also. And so my biggest realization was that I didn't have enough clarity on what I wanted to do. Because I couldn't really find my own purpose in life. Because if you just meditate and read all day or do nothing, you get lost and you don't have something to strive for in your life. And so I couldn't feel the momentum to get back up again. I couldn't get myself to start doing things again because I lacked the clarity and I didn't know what I wanted to do. And so I felt really stuck and I didn't know what I needed to become productive again in a good way. So I knew that I started to realize that productivity can actually be a good thing. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. There are two sides of a coin. You can either be overly productive and burn yourself out, or you can design your life in a way where productivity becomes more than just a tool. It becomes a compass. And so my breakthrough didn't come just right away. It wasn't like productivity just transformed my life in 1 or 2 days. It was really little steps taking forward. So I started with creating a to-do list. And this was a really helpful technique for me. But not just the type of to-do list where you put like 10 or 20 things every day on it and you try to check off every task. I wanted to do it in a different way. And so there were two factors that I used when creating this list. So the first the first rule actually that I used was that I didn't just want to do things that I should do or that brought me closer to my goals, but I wanted to also do things that I enjoy. So I also incorporated fun stuff like reading a novel or maybe video gaming or just watching a series on Netflix. Because I want to be productive, but not just, I wanted to be productive in a good way that supports my well-being and that also incorporates enjoyment and entertainment. And the other rule was not really a rule, but a factor was that I wanted this list to be more than just a tool, and I wanted this list to align with my purpose. So I would, on this list, I would write down things that I really love doing and that bring me further to my goals. So these were things like creating these videos, writing blog articles, but also painting, because I'm really into painting. And I also like playing guitar, so that was also a thing that I really wanted to be on the list. So when you are creating your own list, try to think with yourself like, okay, what do I really enjoy doing? I talked about this in a different video, my last post, but it's really important that you align your to-do list with the things you love to do, because those things shape your purpose. And that's why this to-do list becomes your compass. And I also, every day I just wrote down like 5 or 6 things on the to-do list, roughly that, because that's it's a doable point of tasks. And if I skip 1 or 2, it doesn't really matter, because I'm still on my track to what I want to do in life. So I'm still on track in life. So that were my 2 important rules. The number 1 was don't overload it with all these tasks that you should do, or with things that only create busyness. And also create a list that is in alignment with your life, the things you like to enjoy in life, and the things that bring you further with your purpose. So what this list did to me was that I created something that I can fall back on if things turn out in a other way. I have something to return to when I feel lost. And this makes me stay connected with the things that I care about, and it brings me more harmony. So when I have tough times, I can turn back to this gently system that takes care of the things that I really enjoy and that I find important. So productivity doesn't have to feel harsh. You can really be productive in a way that supports your well-being and that is about you. So I encourage you to incorporate things in your to-do list that bring you joy, like maybe start with 2 or 3 things that you really want to do every day and see how it turns out. It really has helped me to stay working on the things that matter for me, and it can also be the same for you. And so the really important thing is to let your list combine the things that you value and that you enjoy, and not just your obligations. So let me know how you stay productive in a way that is peaceful and that is good for your well-being. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.